is in the air, and for some of us that signals a great time to do spring cleaning around the house.
And spring cleaning can be a lot more successful if you're prepared and have a plan before you even get started.
Good idea.
Here to help us do that is professional organizer Annie Traurig from Live Simply. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah. We're back. I'm getting a little anxiety already, like I need to start cleaning.
No. Oh, well, good. If it's motivating, good.
I don't know. Well, so you have some tips on what we should do to get started.
Yes. So the first thing is, I think it's really important to be strategic about it, to be focused and not just do it as like a fly by the seat of your pants thing. Make it a set time.
Honestly, this is why this kind of makes me nervous. I really get nervous about deep cleaning and spring cleaning because I'm all over the map.
Yeah.
So
but you have to get off the treadmill at some point, and the way to do that is just to set a block of time and then pledge to be really focused in your efforts.
Do you think we set sometimes too much time? Because I might say, oh, I'm going to spend all day spring cleaning, and then that makes me anxious. Because should I set a less time, like say I'm going to spend 3 hours or
3 hours, I think, is the perfect time window, actually. Longer than that, you might get burnt out.
Yeah.
But that, I think that's the perfect time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's really great also if you can gather all the supplies together that you need in advance so that you're not getting distracted and running all around the house.
And accidentally seeing what's on TV.
Right, yeah.
As you go to get those Clorox wipes.
Accidentally falling asleep.
Right, oh yeah, like falling down an Instagram rabbit hole. That's it. So really good things to have on hand: garbage bags, for sure, a cleaner and some wipes. Measuring tape.
Measuring tape.
Measuring tape
for sure. Because when you're clearing things out, it might occur to you that you need some bins or some baskets or something. And it's much more responsible if you're going to go shopping for something if you actually take measurements and buy something that you know will work.
And then you don't head into the garage, and then that gives you anxiety, and you start cleaning out the garage.
Right.
I get it.
Yep.
Okay, this is smart.
Staying on
what else
track.
have you got in here?
Label maker is optional, but you know, always a win. And then so like a Post-it note and some markers. I like this Post-it tape because then I can just loop it through the handle and I can say Goodwill or give it to Mom or whatever it is.
Got it.
And maybe you won't need some water and whatever
Snacks.
else. Yep.
All right.
Vodka.
Right. Whatever's going to get you through. Yeah.
For that 3 hours. Whatever you need for that 3 hours.
This has already blown me away right now because this basket right here already seems like it would be a lifesaver. And I know that, and I hate to be stereotypical, but most men would probably never think of stuff like this to put this together.
I'm not saying a word about that.
I can beat up men because I am one. But this is, I mean, it's ingenious.
Details. Yeah. Detail.
I like that.
Attention to detail.
So we're going to start in the kitchen.
Yes.
Okay. How do we get started? What do we want to think about?
So I think it's really great if you have a guiding method, a guiding question to make sure that you're efficient in your efforts. In the kitchen, what I really like to have you do is just start in the pantry with the food stuff by checking expiration dates of things. Okay. I find 9 times out of 10 people are appalled by how much expired food stuff they have in their pantries.
It's actually true.
Yeah, and while people have differing opinions of whether expiration dates actually indicate that food is rotten or not, seeing those expiration dates is very clear, definitive, concrete information that you can use to say, what am I buying way too often that I'm not getting through?
If I'm throwing out cans of chili from 2011,
maybe I should stop buying chili.
Yeah.
And then a really great way to actually be more sustainable and less wasteful going forward is to implement a system. So make things really clear and organized rather than messy so that you can see things and use things.
So bottled and labeled.
Yeah, by decanting into some uniform canisters or jars so that it's more accessible.
And these are readily available. It's probably just like your local
They're so readily available.
Okay.
And I love that they're all the same size.
Yeah.
That makes me happy right there.
Yeah, so my spice drawer looks absolutely nothing like this. So you got bathroom and closet stuff here.
Yes. So again, just as we talked about expiration dates in the kitchen, it's a really good idea, given that it's spring, we're refreshing, we're getting rid of all the stagnant stuff, to check expiration dates of medicine products.
Oh, good idea.
And categorizing things so that they are easy to find going forward. So maybe you make a cold and flu situation. Maybe you have a pain management.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's what you did here.
Yeah.
Pain management, cold and flu. Wow, so smart.
And
And
absolutely
then a little
discard
first
all
aid
of
kit.
your old stuff.
Yeah, and then again, it's all about mindset and perspective when you're
Okay.
doing this. So rather than standing in judgment of what you've done in the past, if you have expired medicines, feel great that you were healthy
toss
enough
them
that
and-
you didn't have to take them.
Okay,
All right,
toss
I have
them and then
closet
move on.
stuff here too. Tell us about this
Yeah.
real quick.
So my tip for addressing closet and clothes is, rather than asking yourself, when's the last time I wore that, or how many times have I worn that in the past 6 months, which are really sort of vague, ambiguous, like just
Yeah.
unclear questions, I want you to ask yourself, would I buy that today?
Oh, that's a great
As
question.
in, like, do I choose that for myself now?
Now, I like that.
Yes. And then, yes.
We just have a little bit of time. We have some great pictures I want to not
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
miss
please.
out
I
on.
wanna
So
see the
I love that
before
tip,
and
though. What I
after,
wear
yes.
today. Okay, so
Yes.
tell us what we're looking at here.
So this is one of my clients' closets, before and after. You can see that she's a fashionista and she loves clothes, but she had just completely given over the closet and she'd given up. So we really organize things. You can see that everything is color coded, and we're using uniform hangers. All those things that we can do to make things visually neater will encourage order and help us to maintain the system.
And near and dear to my heart, you have a garage.
Oh, yes.
Before and after.
Oh, my
yes,
goodness.
yes.
I love this.
I sort of love this because it's difficult to tell whether or not this is actually the same space. In fact, it is. The like little reindeer is the giveaway.
Rudolph gives it away.
Yes, yeah. And again, this was all about just going through, taking the time to go through and really edit out what no longer serves a purpose.
I love it. And we'll have more on our website. All right.
We'll be right back.